back to the top in the title race, of course, which will be a huge game this week between City and Arsenal. But I want to bring up a quote from our very own Aage Fjortoft. First time he's been on since he tweeted this. Manchester United can win the league this season. The German's got a quote. La scende dritta, meaning the third in the race can control the two in front and jump ahead at the end. The winning culture, the discipline Ten Hag has installed is impressive. 14-1 Manchester United, Jan.
Yeah, I should probably put some money on that. I mean,
with your
if you have
German ways.
Yeah, but have a look at the table. I mean, is a draw on Wednesday. Manchester United keep on winning, taking the points that they need to take. Ten Hag has got that winning culture in them. Craig and I discussed this before Christmas. We disagreed a bit on Manchester United chances. And yes, for example, the game against Crystal Palace wasn't good, but still they won it. They go to Leeds. We said if they can get this game into their hands, if they can take away this Leeds think that they are fantastic the first 50 minutes of every half. If Manchester United get it into their shape, they have a Rashford, maybe they get Sancho back, Weghorst will do his stuff, and so on and so on. So I say they are an outsider to win this league. And let's see now what's going on.
They are outsiders. We know they're outsiders, Jan. I mean, you're throwing German quotes at us.
Yeah, it's the lachende dritte. The lachende dritte is in translation the laughing third. And Craig can't say anything because he said before Christmas that Manchester United was so far away from the top. So Craig shouldn't say anything in this segment.
Wow.
Whoa. Who had Man United in the top four in their predictions at the start of the season?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Christmas. I said
Burnley. Listen, anyone can back a horse when it's halfway around the track.
There you go.
I said it when they beat Burnley, and Craig Burley said that they don't. It's only Burnley. I said they have an organisation that will get them a lot of points in the Premier League. So Craig, yes.
He said, she said. Who said what?
There you go.
Is it only the ones that played for Sheffield United that like to pat themselves in the back?
Yes.
Is seriously a bit of a thing there in Sheffield? By the way, Derek Ray is going to be so annoyed that somebody else is using German words.
Yeah.
Behave yourself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Are City favourites?
No, do you know, I don't know. I mean, Arsenal at the weekend, try to remember, what was the game?
So Arsenal at the weekend was the Brentford game, and obviously the late goal that was given.
Well, yeah, we discussed how good Brentford were organised and how Tony and Mbeumo were such a threat up front, and just wasn't quite happening for Arsenal. Obviously, there was a huge decision that went against them. I suppose City bashed away Villa quite easily. Went back to an experienced lineup. More tried and trusted, almost like saying, I've been tinkering a little bit too much. Let's just put
back to basics.
Square pegs in square holes and let's go from there. But as I said a week or two ago, nobody said this was going to be easy for any of them, particularly Arsenal.
Yeah.
Not at all. They've hit a bump in the road. They can get over this bump and make a big statement by winning this game. And I don't see any reason if they can get back to somewhere close to the best that they can't do that. They've just not quite been there the last couple of games.
Who are your favourites, Jan?
I would say for the game on Wednesday, I think that Arsenal need to win this game.
No, not the game on Wednesday, the title.
So I know that you need an argument from me now. So I will just try to give you my explanation. I think that if Arsenal win on Wednesday, that is a big step forward. But I think that if Manchester City can manage a draw, I think it's for Manchester City to lose the title. I think that Manchester City, now coming into March, April, May, I think their experience winning titles will be ahead of Arsenal Football Club.
You think Arsenal are going to win this game on Wednesday?
Arsenal's going to win this game.
And as a result, they are favourites to win the title? So. What about what Jan says? You know how point experience
no, absolutely. Listen, it's very tight. But if you look at Arsenal and Man City, I don't think you can turn around and point to one thing that you think is going to trip Arsenal up, other than the narrative about they're young, right? If you look at City, they've got a problem defensively. When they're going forward, they don't defend well behind the ball. So if I'm saying Arsenal don't look as though they have a particular weakness, but City do, then I have to go with Arsenal.
How's your boy?
I think Arsenal's weakness at the moment is a couple of their key players are just a tad under the bar of where what they'd set. Martinelli and Martin Odegaard, who's been brilliant the last couple of games, he's not been that. He's not been bad. He's just not. Odegaard just hasn't been able to dominate the Everton game and the Brentford game like he did previously early in the season. And Martinelli, and there was some talk at the end of that game that Trossard coming in, will Arteta look to make changes? And I think his lineup will be a good signal of where he is as a manager in terms of these guys. They've really done it for me. A couple of them, I mean, Odegaard's not getting dropped, don't get me wrong, but a couple of them are just off the boil, and it'll be interesting to see if Martinelli is one of the ones that's going to miss out, or whether Arteta says, no, I'm going to ride this storm. These guys have been brilliant for me. I'm going to stick Saka on the one side, Martinelli on the other, and we're going to go again.
We saw Haaland come off at half-time, obviously in that victory against Villa. City so much better, I thought, in the second half, Jan. Looking at it, Pep said afterwards that obviously Haaland took a knock. How is he?
It's a dead leg. You never know about dead legs, how long will it take. But I think Erling is in good shape. Erling, I think in this game, showed again that the attitude is 100% right. Gundogan goes one against the goalkeeper, try on his own. Haaland just keep on fighting, give Gundogan down the ball back and give him an assist. And this penalty, I'm not sure we're going to talk about it, but what a soap opera
I was going to ask you, Jan, why didn't he take it? He's the number one designated taker.
Well, first of all, this is a soap opera called The Penalties as Manchester City. After the game, Rodri and Gundogan had the funniest interview I've ever heard. Rodri said, I just grabbed the ball because I felt confident. Rodri! Why should he shoot the penalty? And then he says to Gundogan, well, Gundogan told me that Mahrez is shooting that goal. Mahrez has missed goals for fun on penalties, and then you have a guy who's scored 4 penalties.
You would think that would be discussed beforehand. It's quite simple, really.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that gets mixed up when you're doing set pieces and stuff. You know, like who should have been picking up who, or you know where you're supposed to be positioned, or blah blah blah. But it's quite simple. Who's taking the penalties?
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
We've talked about this a lot, haven't we, in the past when there's been these sort of incidents.
And Mahrez has missed a couple.
Yes. Yeah.
As well.
I really don't understand any coach who doesn't, before a game, say, right, we get a penalty, he's taking it.
Yep.
I don't understand that, because it takes away any confusion.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.